Howdy! My name is Callum, also known as Northern Dice, and we are going to be doing a quick playthrough of Agropolis. I haven't got time this weekend to do a Cthulhu, Death May Die, Bloodborne or anything meaty, so I thought I'd pick something equally as punishing. And Agropolis, which is a standalone Sprawlopolis game, as it clearly says, is just that ticket. This is a card laying game where every card needs to be laid horizontally, but you can lay them on top of each other and completely cover cards if needs be to try and achieve 3 objectives drawn at random off of the reverse of these. So I think I've actually got it quite lucky this time with the objectives that I've chosen. Completely random. I will admit this is random. I'm not expecting to win this no matter what. But the objectives we've got are wine cellar. So I get 1 point for every road that passes through 2 or more vineyard blocks, which are the purple ones. Utterly impossible. So I get 1 point for every cow pen not in the same row as another livestock block. But I also lose 2 points if there is one in the same row or column. And the final one is corn-fed. A single cow pen, block adjacent to 2 or more cornfields, gets me 2 points. And a double cow pen, block next to 3 or more, gets me 2 points. But I get 0 for any that aren't. So this is the one that's going to remove points. And the way that my scoring works is I need to beat the total of these scoring values. So for in this instance, it is 11. But you can have it all the way up to like going on 35, 40, etc. So what we do is we draw them at random and we take them from the top. This is a solo game, but you can play it cooperatively. But the idea is you just would not talk about the actions you're going to take and just need to be able to read your cooperators, not competitor, your cooperator's mind. So let's get stuck in. So we've got pigs in that pen and we need to get that road rolling. So I am going to start off by placing this here, which extends my road for the vineyard, which gets me 1 point straight away. Points calculated at the end because we could easily lose it all, and we probably will. So we're wanting to get cows separate away from other livestock, so it makes sense to get all the livestock on common rows and columns, so we'll put that there. And then we're going to want to, I think it makes sense to start another new road. These don't need to make sense, by the way. It can be very much that you've got a road flowing into a road into the middle of a cow field. Right, so here's our first problem. We've got a cow here who does not want to be in the same row or column. So we are going to pop that just here, because then that cow is separate. And we're also trying to get another corn block next to that cow. And I think, yep, with this one we can do that. Place that there. So that cow block is now earning us points as well, as long as though we manage to keep it that way. Now this double cow block is a massive problem, but saying that, we can cover other tiles as needed to try and give us a little bit of leeway, and I'm going to do just that. Ooh, but where am I going to place it? I think I'll place it down here. Ooh, this is going to be real tricky. I'm going to place it up here, like this, and I'm going to intend on covering that chicken coop, which is exactly what I'm going to do there. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, we'll do it that way. And now I know that I've got the cow in that row, I need to cover that one as well. But this is also a vineyard, gaining me points. All the cows are coming at once, which is not ideal. I think actually, if I do that, that does give me a bit more leeway actually. Remembering I still need that cow to be next to corn, but this has got a chicken on it. Let's place that here. This can spread in any direction, it's just unfortunate I'm taking it this direction near the scoring cards. I may have to move them in a second, as much as I don't want to, because I look like I'm messing about. Let's place this one over here. Now we've got 2 vineyards on this road, which again, really helpful. We can place this one here. Oh, go on, you can do it. There we go. So now that one is almost fully scored, and this one now needs another 2 corn blocks next to it, because we've changed it for a double. We'll not score anything for these if they don't have the corn blocks and no animals in the row or column. So we need to be really vigilant about where we're placing these. If you have never tried one of these games before, I believe they are on a print and play site accessible by Button Shy Games. It's really advised that you do give them a whirl because they are fantastic, but again, incredibly punishing. Perfect little solo games. I'm going to go no further north than that because I've just realised half that card is not on, but it doesn't actually matter for too much. I'm not going to try and score up there, but I am going to play this. Ooh, let's play it here. Now I know that means that that purple one is no longer scoring for us now, but it does mean that one is nearly fully covered. And just like that, we're on the last tile, which is a massive pain. But I guess we could just cut our losses, pop that there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because then that's just a single and that'll score for us. Now, scoring is calculated in a different way. So give me a second while I just move the camera so you can see. Scoring is done basically at the end based on your final result, and for us I don't think it is going to be a grand old score. So we'll start at the top of the wine cellar one. Every road that goes through a road is worth 1 point, every road that doesn't is worth -1 point, and that is something I did not consider because that is counting from 0, -1, -2, -3, -2, -3, -4, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, at least -9 for this one. Wonderful. So on -9, and now we're looking for cows that are not in the same row. So that is now -9, -10, -11. -10, -11. -10, -9, because he's not in the row with anyone else, and there are 2 of them. -8. And then we go on to this one. I need to get up to 11, I'm never going to do it on this one. So -8, -6, because we get 2 points, yeah, that's 2 points for him. -6, -4, -2. And there you go, we have a final score of -2, and we needed a score of 11. I got very much carried away trying to rectify mistakes in the midst of it, as opposed to actually dealing with the problem there and then. There are some cards in here that are very, very good for scoring easily, and you can almost use those to crutch your score up if you know that, for example, this one is going to really ruin your score. You could maybe, this one could be one that could bolster your score really heavily, and they often reflect the score they need. So that one has only needed 1 to succeed it. The reason it only needed 1 is because, as you've seen, those random roads count as roads, and that is an immediate loss of a point. This one, no matter how long it is and how many vineyards it goes through, it's still only worth 1 point. It's cards almost wasted against each other. This one, were it one that was easy to score, it could be worth 15. You may need 15 to score it, but it may just be very easy to cash those points in if you focus on it. I have succeeded once against this game, not because I am bad at it, but because it is punishing and there's a lot to think about. I think that's what makes this a really, really enjoyable and thinky solo game. It's exactly what you want, and the speed that you set it up and put it away. An example, it is a case of pack them all together, collect them all in, grab those 3, you give them a shuffle, draw 3 new ones, put them back around, of course. And there you go, our new objective is 30, and we would use these cards instead. Of course, the other thing is that these cards are no longer going to be available, which often reflect the thing they need to score. Sometimes they do, I believe there's a system to it. With Agropolis as well, it comes with a little mini expansion for Agropolis to have the invasion, and then Combopolis, which sounds funny, but it allows you to combine Spolopolis and Agropolis, making it a 4-player game. I would really recommend checking this out. This is not a review, just my personal thoughts, and this was just a mini playthrough, not a how to play. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. You've seen me suck at this game. Thank you ever so much for sticking around. I shall catch you next time.